Okay, welcome to our Wollongong project. We've actually just completed this one yesterday. I'm just going to take you for a little walkthrough. Check it out. Notice here in the timber of the outside ceiling, we've got nice black downlights. With KNX, we have the ability to do completely flush and all black sensors to match the aesthetic. Looks amazing. Paired that with a black camera over here.
Run as fast as you can. You gotta find a place to land.
So once again, using our beautiful Basalte Sentido switches on this project. Nice bronze finish, simple control, lighting bright, lighting soft, multi-touch for off. Tapping the switch just triggers our welcome or bright scene. Tapping again, turns it all off. Absolutely love the simplicity of Savant's music platform. Basically anything that's playing just shows here. Tap here and launch, you can search Spotify, tune in radio, show recents, you can save favourites. None are saved in here just yet. And you can just tap here for now playing. Adjust your volume. We're running in here the Savant soundbar, Savant sub that's hidden, and some Savant invisible rears. And then you can do some grouping here. Individual volume control. Okay, just coming up into the master bedroom. Simple control from our Basalte switch. Just want to turn my lights on, nice and bright. I've got a block out and a shear in here, so one press will do the shears, or the block out, sorry. This one here does all my blinds and shears. So that's our real quick control from the switches, all programmed the same. I wanted to do something a little bit more detailed. This particular room has a touchscreen. It wakes up directly to the room that we're in, just so there's no mucking around. And then from here, we can adjust all our lighting individually, our blinds individually, but we've still got our all buttons. Our climate controls in here, so I can turn on the air conditioning in here, or the floor heating in the master ensuite. And I can save my bright and soft scenes, so the client here can, if this wasn't exactly what they wanted with their bright setting, they can adjust them on the sliders. Press and hold on save bright, and every time I hit the switch next, that's exactly what it will do. Quick access to intercom, multi-room intercom, and you can always see the status of the alarm in the cameras. So on all of our KNX homes, we have the option to install this sensor. It's called an intrasui. We use it wherever there's a wet area, where there's a shower and it's going to create quite a bit of steam. And you'll see the difference is it's got this little frill section in here, and that allows the humidity of the shower to go up in, and then the sensor can read what the humidity of the room is, and we've got a set point in there, usually around 70 to 80%, that'll automatically turn on the exhaust fans. Okay, so on the upper level, to service the 4 kids' bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms up here, we just went with a centralised panel in the hallway. All the kids that live here are old enough to have their own iPhones and devices so they can control their rooms independently from there, but there's always a central location. And this one's been recessed completely flush into the wall, which looks amazing. Okay, so with Savant, we've got a lot of control options, one of them being a remote. So this little room here is our rumpus TV room. There's a bit going on. We have a TV where you might want to watch some movies. So we've added a remote so you can have the tactile sort of button feel. But it's quite a smart remote, so we can access everything in the room. We can control the TV. We can also do the lighting. Right now we're playing music, so we can sort of play around with that. Go in, we can see what's currently playing. We can adjust the volume. We can skip to the next song. So we've got full control. We can go in, play around with the lights, turn those up. I've got air conditioning control in here. So I can adjust the temperature of my aircon, change it to heating and cooling. So basically everything that's available in this room, I can control without getting off the lounge, and I can still do it with my buttons. So on top of our audio solution inside, just outside on the balcony here, we've ran with 2 of the Savant 8-inch in-ceiling speakers with black grills. The black obviously matches the aesthetic of everything else. Also sounds great. Get a bit of music by the pool, a bit of music on the balcony as you're entertaining. Open up the doors, flow a bit of music from inside as well. Because we have so much going on this terrace, we added a little touch panel here for control of everything. So on the terrace we have lighting, we have our ceiling fans. These are the big ass fans that are controlled with 0 to 10 volt. We have our music stream. We're going to access that and see what's playing. We have our heaters. And then just quick access to all the security features as well. Okay, so in this property, we handle the automation, but we also handled the solar and the battery, the energy solution. And we went with a massive N-phase system. So this is just the pool house here, but on top of this actual house is just full of panels as well. We've got 4 of the N-phase batteries and we're using the N-phase microinverters underneath, and that's fully integrated into the home automation system. So I'll show you all the batteries and equipment down in the plant room, and I'll show you how the energy interface works on the Savant app. And basically it's a mammoth of a system here. So within about an hour every morning, the 4 batteries are fully charged. Then we produce so much solar that the whole house is just exporting to the grid all day. We're going to set up some rules that will turn the pool heating on in the certain times and a few other bits and pieces like that. Maybe the floor heating in winter as an example. I've been watching it at night time as well, and we basically run to pretty much midnight or even later on the battery system. So pretty good solution. Let me show you the energy tab on Savant. So this is our quick information at the top. So we can see here, we're producing 14.2 kilowatts of solar. We're powering the whole house, which is only drawing 8.5. We're exporting to the grid, and we're charging our battery all at the same time. So the solar is completely powering the house, actually exporting, so we're making money, and we're charging the battery at the same time. Here's our live consumption data, so we can see what the house is using. You can actually go into here and you can drill down, look at yesterday's data. So we can see yesterday we made a lot of solar. We didn't use anywhere near as much power as we made. We charged the battery and we exported heaps to the grid. So basically the house was running off grid really until about 7:30 at night, and then we started running on the battery. We can see how much we used altogether, and we can see the battery state of charge. So this is showing last night. It's currently at 46%. In about an hour or so, that'll just sit at 100%. And we can see our current power mix. So right now, the house is completely powered from solar. Okay, so here is our plant room. We're lucky enough to have plenty of space in this house so everything can breathe properly, exactly what we want. So we have our 4 N-phase batteries wall mounted here. These are currently charging up from the solar array up on the roofs. This is our N-phase gateway. And all the equipment here. With the electrician's subboard. We have our pre-built automation panel that we supplied, delivered down. The electrician wired all their field cabling into here. We had this pretty much pre-programmed and ready to turn on, just had to make a few tweaks. Got our security and access control system over here, NBN box, and here we have our rack. So in here, once again, we're just running with our unified dream machine, and you can see this little thing here is flashing away. That means we're running the unified camera system, so there's a hard drive in there. So this is actually the CCTV recorder as well as the router. Got our unified network switch flashing away there, that's powering devices up and sending network around the house. Got our patch panels. Here we have our Netgear AVB switch, so we use that particular network switch for the Savant audio network. And then we've got Savant audio equipment down the bottom here, UPS, and our handover documents. Also tucked away neatly in here is our Savant host running the whole home on the Mac Mini computer, and our lighting server which actually ties in the security and access control. Okay, so a little run through on the automation panel and what we've done here. So this whole house is KNX. We've used a lot of the Thieven equipment and a little bit of Zenio. We've got our power supply at the top and then the logic machine over here. So the logic machine gives us our Savant integration, allows us to write a little bit of logic in there for things that we want the sensors to do, and that save scene functionality where the customer has the ability to save their bright and softs from the switches. We've got a fair chunk of phase dimming going on here. All the lights are phase dim. There's not really any DALI in this house. We've got just a couple of relays here, a blind controller, another blind controller. Our 0 to 10 volt module actually controls our Ryelec big ass fans, so that adjusts the speeds of them. And then here's our floor heat controller, so in the top we're pulling in the temperature probes that are in the slab, and down below we're switching the actuators to control the zones on and off. This runs the logic of when it should turn on based on the temperature. And then we've just got a little rail quad over here reading some things, and all the wiring's been done beautifully by the site electricians. It's all looking great.